Welcome to the demonstration on how quick and easy it is to install the HyePo CPS modern 5-gauge instrument bracket for the 65 and 66 Mustang. From start to finish, this would take very little time at all, and I'm here to prove it. So beginning with your bezel. Here we have a 65 GT bezel. This is actually a customer's order. The first thing we got to do is drill out these holes. Well, the first thing actually is you break off any plastic tabs that are sticking up. These are usually through production because you want this to lay reasonably flat all the way across. So we're going to begin, and I'm going to time it so we have an accounting of how long it takes. This is all in real time. So we will go. First thing we do is we take a 5/32 bit and we drill out our mounting holes because the original Ford ones were a bit small. Being very careful not to go through into the face of the thing. Alright, then the second hole we have to drill is a 5/16 hole, and this is for the high beam indicator. Most gauges nowadays don't come with high beams, and our Marshall instruments that we use are separate. I like to locate the high beam right here to the left of the speedometer. That right there is the extent of any alterations that would be required to make these gauges install in a reproduction bezel. So like I said, I use the Marshall Instruments Comp 2 LED gauges. I've been very happy with them. These are the muscle gauges, muscle car gauges. And we start by simply setting that right there. You go to your parts bag that we provide and see what we got in there. Some kits may have 3 of the 1/8 inch spacers. So as we're moving over to this spacer here, we just lay that spacer right there on top. And we take our other gauges and we set them up in order. That's the oil and the volts, water temperature. Remember that this is backwards than what it will actually show. And then we take 2 spacers and we drop them on each gauge like that. And that's it right there. Let's try this again. Hold on. What I should have done, so even with a mistake, it's fast. It's not really a mistake. It's just it's easier to feed your high beam indicator lamp through the front before you mount the gauges. Just like that. That's where it goes. Just like that. And we put our gauges back on. We're still only into this 3 minutes and 34 seconds, even with forgetting that step. And we take our bracket, which has been CAD drawn to fit most aftermarket and original 65 and 66 Mustang gauges. Might need to tweak it on there a little bit, but it will fit. Just like that. And that now is a perfect fit. Next thing we do is put the 1/8 spacer, and then using your gauge bracket. Like again, I like the Marshall gauges because the speedometer bracket fits perfectly. And we want to leave it kind of loose so we can adjust it to get it dialed in just perfect. So unfortunately, the brackets that Marshall provides with their Comp 2 gauges are just a little short than I would normally like. So for the kits that are purchased from me that are bundled, I have my own brackets produced special for these Mustang gauges and application. And these are a perfect fit. So far we're going to do it 5 minutes and 28 seconds. And it's not even a race. The thing I like about our Marshall gauges that we use exclusively in all our instrument bezels is the ease in which they are to install. Everything is based on the same size thumb screw or knurled nut. Six minutes and 22 seconds. This is basically installed. Now, one thing I forgot to point out, that before you put these down, you got to put the spacers on the mounting tabs. It's easier to do than once you screw those down, they don't have enough space. There we go. Yes. Then we take the long screws. These are the long ones that go here. I do not recommend using anything but hand tightening on these, because if you break the post off your bezel, then you either have to repair it or replace your bezel. So these are not self-tapping, but the hole is just the right size where you can cause those nice sharp threads on the new screw to actually cut threads into those plastic pillars that we drilled out. Don't over tighten, all you need is snug. It's funny that I forgot to put these little post spacers on before the demonstration, but it's exactly what I do every time I build one of these. I always forget, and I gotta go back and add them to the inlets. So where are we on our time? We're at 8 minutes and 11 seconds. I wonder if there's a 5-gauge mounting system for modern gauges that's faster than this, or as simple. This is taking me extra time because, like I said, I should have put the spacers and screwed this thing down before I started mounting the gauges. Alright. And we're back on track here. Nine minutes, 28 seconds. I dare say that had I not forgot to put those little end spacers on, that we could have done this entire thing in under 10 minutes. Then after that, you put the turn signal tubes in, which are already got the LEDs in there and they're already polarized correctly. And that's it. You have done your finished mounting. Now all it's a matter of is looking at your gauges and seeing that they all line up straight. We left them somewhat loose in order to make some slight adjustments. I would say that I want that a little looser. So on the speedometer, you need that a little looser. Get it where you like it. Looks straight. It's just an eyeball thing. That looks pretty good, right? Yeah, right there. Tighten that up so it doesn't move. Snug these back down. Straightening out the oil, volts, and the water. Should be enough play that your typical 3 3/8 speedometer and 2 1/16 gauges will work. I haven't tried these with any other gauges other than our exclusive Marshall Instruments gauges that we get. That's it. I was 100% ready for wiring. 11 minutes and 54 seconds. For the price and the ease, I doubt you're going to find a better deal. Thanks for watching.